it was like red. And I was like, that's blood. I hope this angle really does me justice right now because I don't have no other angle for this video. So welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another video. In today's video, I'm basically just gonna be like unwinding with the girls. Y'all, I have this favorite song right now by Daniel Caesar. It just hits so hard for me. Like, I don't know why. Like, I think it's just nostalgic. You know what I mean? I'm gonna play it for y'all, and I don't know the lyrics, so I'm not about to try to sing along or nothing because I'm not trying to. Oh my God, bro. It's like as soon as you come back in your house, all the shit that you didn't have to worry about just starts going wrong. Like, why the fuck the boiler broken? Why the fuck the boiler broken? Like, why? What's going on? My boiler ain't broken. I get hot water, but it just feels like that's some shit that always happens. Like, now the fucking fire alarm wanna beep. And I'm not going to go change the batteries for this video. Like, I'm already on the smithest of edge. But let me play the song for y'all. Why the fuck is my album, my playlist not popping up? While y'all listening to this song real quick, I'm about to take off my makeup in the process because this is a unget ready with me. So y'all gonna basically be hearing a song in the background with the jump cuts because I gotta take off my makeup. This is my first time using this spray, the Go Off, because I don't have any makeup wipes. So I'm gonna use this, see how it works, and then just take it off with some wet wipes that I have, some water wipes that I have. Hopefully it works because I didn't even use the primer for this. I used the milk primer and I just woke up from a nap. So the makeup is tired. I need to just take it off, okay? Now let's listen to the song. Oh, I didn't know it was oily, bro. I'm glad I blocked my lashes. I just blew me. Like, I promise y'all, those was the lashes I had on. They gone, right? Yeah, that shit dissolves lash glue too. Heads up. I didn't know it was oily. Like, what the f? I thought it was gonna be like a dry mist like the other one. Let's see what happens. I'm over here looking like a glazed donut. Oh my God, well it worked though. I was gonna just use coconut oil too at first. Do y'all like the song? Y'all probably didn't even hear it because I was probably talking over it. Well, that's my favorite song right now. I really wish YouTube would change like the guidelines of being able to play music in the background, like, or like just being able to include music. You can't really complain because it's like, bitch, everywhere come restrictions. Everywhere got shit you can and cannot do, you know? I've been feeling so ugly. Like, it's like every single time I have a moment of bad bitch, which is probably the last time around my birthday, I have a really bad episode of sad bitch. Am I the only one who goes through that? I've been missing from all my social medias, really, not just YouTube, just because I was going through a lot that like I don't want to talk about. I feel like in that time it genuinely like made me experience a different type of sadness I've never felt before. Bitch, it like hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, bruh. I just feel so alone. And again, like, it's one of those things where how I feel like I work on my friendships, which I know a lot of you on here have been here for a while, so y'all know, well, for the longest time I didn't have good people in my life because I don't know, like, these aren't good people. People in general just aren't good people. In the midst of going through like that very strong depressive episode, it's not even gone, if that makes sense. It's really not even gone, but it comes to a point where it's like, all right, you finna let sadness win. And it was just like, nah, it's not. I don't know, I'm not letting sadness win. It's more so like I'm tired of feeling this way. So it's like, it's a repetitive feeling. And I think it really starts with the fact that I had to move out of my apartment. Okay, I never liked my apartment experience from the get-go. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be jealous of everybody who had like that whole decorating their room and decorating their apartment, or like having help decorating, moving in, shit like that. Like, I think I had probably, and I'm gonna get into the apartment story time in another time on why I'm not living in my apartment no more, like why I needed to get the fuck up out of there, because the leasing offices, the place in general, you could tell they just play with people's money. They genuinely just play with people's money. Even when I was leaving, like one of the maintenance men who sometimes come to my house and helps, he was like, I get my nails done tomorrow, y'all, so just ignore this missing finger. I actually split it by accident during my move, and I broke my toenail. Follow me on IG, you would have seen all of this. But he was like, leaving? And I was like, because he seen me from like the first day I moved in to like now, and I'm like, yes, like I hate it here. And he was like, yeah. Because he just understood the apartment is just so, like, just such a fraud. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And that's why I think that the battle started. Because it's like, what are you, like, what do you want to do with your life? Because I don't want to live in Connecticut. Like, I fucking hate Connecticut. Nothing about Connecticut makes me feel good. Like, literally nothing. I'm back. I actually have this skincare brand that I like that I'm gonna just be using for today's video. So I was like, and they're sponsoring today's video, so I was like, cool. I'm gonna be using these gel pads for my eyes, and then I'm gonna do one of their facial masks. So like I was saying, like when I started realizing like my time was coming for my lease, because honestly, I never moved out with the intention of like moving back in my house, if that makes sense. Because it was just like, bro, who wants to take that back pedal, right? So wherever I had moved, I planned on just liking it there and renewing my lease. Because I don't know, I feel like I live a life where I don't have to stay and I don't have to go, right? It wasn't just for the experience. It was more so like, okay, cool. But when I was realizing like our lease was ending, like, bro, what the hell? I started feeling panicky. Like I started feeling like I can't do anything to help. Like I literally need to figure out where I want to move. Because again, I'll explain all of this in another video, like a detailed more video, like when I'm more ready to talk about it and stuff. Nowhere on this side of the country I want to live on, if that makes sense. Like I don't like living on the, ooh, it's wet in here. I don't like living in Connecticut. That's one. I just don't like living in Connecticut. And then y'all, this would be the perfect time to jump in and thank our sponsorship for today's video. Today's video is sponsored by Marie. As y'all may know, your girl has been going through it, hence the very long breaks I've been taking. Well, in my breaks, a bitch has been breaking down. Blood, sweats, tears. Emphasis on the tears. I'm pretty much always waking up with bad bags and dark circles under my eyes, but Marie has been saving your girl from looking like this. Marie sells under eye gel pads and skincare that eliminated my wrinkles, under eye bags, and dark circles. I basically said goodbye to tired looking eyes and global warmings, because with Marie, they care about the environment. We're making their products. Y'all know I love a global friendly brand. And the best part is they work in 15 minutes. You're gonna see a difference in 15 minutes. I need to see a difference. Sometimes I literally look like I'm on my deathbed and then I have to be in front of a camera. And it's like kind of hard because it's like, oh my God, like what can I do to rejuvenate myself? No more cold spoons. Get your eye patches. And they're available on Amazon. Y'all know I love me a good old fast shipping. Hey y'all, I would like to just jump in real quick and reiterate that you can get these gel pads on Amazon. I got them on right now because I'm editing and you know, dark circles be there. Also to all of my subscribers get 30% off exclusively. So you can use this code on the screen, or you can use the link down in my description or click the QR code on the screen. Bye y'all. Thank you Marie for sponsoring today's video. Like this feels so freaking good. I don't think y'all understand. Like I've been so in my feelings. My mom was just like, so come home. And like at first I was like, no, absolutely not. But then I was like, bruh, my lease is ending. I have no idea where I'm gonna go, what I want to do. I didn't want to sign myself up for another lease, because also too, I feel like we're moving into my apartment. I think I was getting into this, but I kind of switched topics. I really had a whole different perspective on where it was gonna go in all parts of my life, right? Mainly I was just excited to be closer to New York, because as y'all all may know, most of my friends live in New York. I was expecting for it to be a place where, and this is not no one's fault, it's just kind of my own expectations. Y'all, they started down a little bit. This kind of just my own expectations of where I saw this going for me, was more so like they would be coming over, like we would be having sleepover girl dinners, you know what I mean? Like we would be doing stuff, like having fun, because I see it with everybody else. Like they get their apartment and they young and they lit. Like I have my nigga, I had my friends. Like it was like, okay, like this is exactly how it's supposed to be. Like it's supposed to be a young life. Your house gonna be the chill out spot, because I think I was the only one. I know Paige just got her apartment, so congratulations with her. I was like the only one at the time living out of home besides my friends who were at college. But since they were all coming home, I was like, okay, like, because a lot of them made it their colleges. So then I came back to New York. I was just like, okay, well, since they're coming home, like, this is gonna be lit. Like, I'm finna get to see my friends. Like, they're always gonna come over like that. But then I, like, like, during the experience, like, even with my family, I was like, oh, I'm about to be having family dinners and shit like that. But, like, no, like, when I moved into my apartment, it was just me and Salem, like literally just me and Salem. And I didn't really mind, like, but Salem's friends, which is so crazy because Salem literally doesn't even live on this side of town. His friends was always over compared to mine. And like, not even in a bad way because his friends is cool or whatever. But it was just like, damn, like, like maybe I'm genuinely lonely as fuck. Like, Keys would come into town because, you know, he's not from this side of town. He was from Washington, but he lives in Texas now. And then that was the only friend who had visited me. And then, because that's literally like my only friend from online that, well, not now, but like at the time to invite to my house, that was like my only friend that would be like, come over. And when he got a chance to, he could. But like now he has his apartment. So it's like, why are you flying to Connecticut? Like, please go furnish your home. You know what I mean? So when I had got my apartment, it was more so like, I was thinking that I would have this fun experience of like, oh, like chilling, blah, 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 which is why I was excited. I got, I think I need to stop doing this, but like I had wanted an apartment with a pool complex so bad. And I think that that was also like the little girl in me, because when I was younger, I used to see like my friends, not my friends, but like my friends out of like state and stuff who lived in like cousins in Florida and Georgia and shit like that have a pool. Like they used to have a pool in their community. Like I remember my aunt moved to like a complex down here that had a pool, and her son and stuff used to go swimming and stuff all the time. And I used to always be like, oh my god, I wish New York had like this, or like I wish where I lived had like this. So I had wanted a pool, a home gym, all that shit. So I had got an apartment with it because I'm like, ooh, this finna be the hangout spot. Like my apartment gonna be the thing spot. And then like nobody ever came. Like I think my family came to my apartment like literally never as like a whole, and like we all just chilled probably like 3 times, and then in like the whole year. And then my friends, I had a Friendsgiving, and then I think only like those people came once. And then I had another time where like another friend came probably like 3 times. So it became like dumb lonely on my end. Like it was just like, bruh. And mind you, again, this is why I need to stop thinking for other people and like thinking and just feeling one-sided about it. Cause it's just like, I don't know if my friends would have been like, yeah, stay close, blah, blah, blah. But like, you know, when you thinking about it, it's like, yes, bitch, I'm finna be up there. I'm finna come up there. I'm finna be having it. So it's like, okay, cool. But like another thing too that I need to stop thinking about is like, I stayed on this side of town or side of the country for my family and my friends. So it's like annoying to me because I don't be around y'all anyway. I know my mom would be so mad at me for wanting to move out of the state. Like, I know she will. Like, she didn't even want me to move out. So it's like, I know she would be mad for me wanting to move out of state. But like, I am a fortunate enough girl to make my money anywhere in the world. Like, and I think that's why I always feel stuck as f, and then I'd be like self-sabotaging my life a little bit, because I don't be feeling like I have any restrictions, because I don't, but I still place them on myself to make other people happy. Because when you live a life with no restrictions around people who live a life around a lot of restrictions, because like it's not normal but it's not like a regular life for anybody to be able to pick up at 20 years old and then just move across the state, right? But I can do that. I'm basically getting at the fact that I wanted to move somewhere and just enjoy a new state. And like, I felt like I didn't do that because I was so focused around being around people who would be here, and then I was never around them. And that shit like really like fucked me up like in the beginning. Like when I first got my apartment, I was like, and it was like 6 months in, and I didn't have no friends come over besides like for that Friendsgiving at my apartment / housewarming, because that was in November, and I moved into my apartment in September. So I had like a housewarming. I'm not gonna lie, it was just like, okay, like and then my apartment complex was fucking up so bad to the point where I knew I wasn't staying. So by the time I even got excited to start decorating and shit, it was just no point. Like so much stuff was just going wrong. And again, I'll get into it in my next video. But basically what I'm saying is I don't want to live on this side of the country no more. And I don't care to stay behind anymore and then just linger. So that's why I felt like coming home was like, okay, I'm going to come home and then I'm never going to be home, because then I don't have to be tied to rent. I know I'm losing people right now. What I'm saying is, like, do you hear the motherfucking fire alarm? I'm going to change it before my next video. I promise you I am, because they're going to piss me off. Let me clear it up. What I'm basically saying is, I don't want to be tied to a rent until I know exactly where I want to live. Y'all, I canceled my nail appointment, so I'm 3 fingers down. I don't want to be tied to no rent, and I don't want to be tied to a lease until I know, okay, I want to live here. So while I'm living home, I'm never going to be home because I'm going to be traveling to the states that I want to see. Like, do you want to live here? Hopefully that clears it up, because sometimes I be sounding a little ed. And I'm really trying not to edit this video heavy because it's just to sit down and talk with me. And y'all be wanting that. And I'll cut out a lot. I could leave my business out, but y'all be wanting it. So yeah, continue. For now, I feel like what I want to do is, and I hope I stick to my plan, and I hope I stick to my goals, is I just want to make my content, do my travel content, and just never be home. Like, I want to go to Atlanta for a month. I plan on just getting an Airbnb because if y'all didn't know, Airbnbs do monthly Airbnbs. And you can literally find an Airbnb to stay in for like $1,500 a month, which in my opinion isn't bad, because if I was to stay in a hotel for a month, I'm paying probably like $3,000. I feel like just getting an Airbnb, at least I have my own home for a month, is just going to be better for me. I'm planning on just for now figuring out what state I want to live in. So I feel like I'm going to give myself 6 months to a year of doing this, obviously, and then it kind of just keeps the peace and makes everyone happy. But I don't like living here. I feel like it makes my depression worse. Like, when I came home, I genuinely feel like my depression was worse. On top of other shit I was going through, this part was like genuinely like, whoa, like, I don't know. Everything about it was just very hard. My goal this year is to basically just travel and see what state I want to stay in. I want to stay in Texas for a month. I want to stay in Georgia for a month. I want to stay in, I don't know about Florida for a month now. I don't think I'm gonna be a Florida fan. I was gonna stay in DC for a month because I was in DC for like a week. When I was in DC, y'all, Najee just sent the TikTok that made me think about this. When I was in DC and I was linking guys and stuff. Oh my God, let me leave this with a different sentence so I don't piss nobody off. When I was in DC, almost 2 years ago, let me clear it up. Almost 2 years ago, I had went out there for like a week. And this is my first solo trip. I was like, I feel like this was like the peak of my career. I went to DC, and when I was out there, I basically was just living as a different person. I did not live by my name at all. Imagine all the people who I linked up seeing this. I was literally going on dates under the name. I was linking people with the name. My name was not Rykky. When I would give them my name in Starbucks, my name was. I was literally living a totally different life. I don't know why I never told these story times. Y'all let me know for real. Y'all let me know in them comments for real. What you want? Can you shut the fuck up? Najee sent in the group chat some girl who was doing that. She did it for 2 years. And she had a boyfriend. I'm sorry, I'm just not doing that. Like, for 2 years, and you find a boyfriend and he thinks your name is totally different. I mean, outside of people coming up to you and be like, Rykky, you kind of get away with it. I'm not gonna lie. You'd be like, okay, cool. And I want to drive into Atlanta, and that's how you know. Like, I want to drive into Atlanta so that I can sightsee. I want to go, so I'm gonna go, and I definitely feel like it'll be an amazing time, even for people who just want to get away and come see me. At least I'll have an Airbnb that my friends could come and fly to me and stay at if they want to just travel for a little bit. If my mom want to come visit me, I don't mind either. Like, I'm just overstaying. Like, I don't have to stay. Like, I literally live a life where I don't have to stay anywhere, and I feel like I'm stuck on this side of the world for no reason. Like, y'all ask me why I don't vlog. Why do y'all want me to vlog me just randomly going to Walmart and Target? There's no festivals, it's no parties, there's no parades. That's what I'm planning on doing, because I be feeling stuck as like stuck, waiting, sitting, looking. Nobody understands that feeling. Like, bro, I feel like my friends don't understand that feeling because they are in college. So it's like, okay, they're doing something. But like, I even wanted to do hair school. I was gonna sign up for hair school and just get a certificate, because I was like, okay, because I know if this social media shit don't work out, I want to become a hairstylist, right? Bitch, I don't even want to go to hair school out here. And that's what's so funny. I don't want to go to hair school out here. I want to go to a hair school and be at a hair school around people who are black. I want to go to a black hair school. And you want to know why I want to go to a black hair school? Because I know some of y'all gonna be like, They ain't no better. I want to go to a black hair school because I get to go to a black hair school. Why do I have to stay in Connecticut where they only teach you blowouts and fucking bullshit when I know out there in this world it's a fucking beauty school for black people at this point because everything is black power. Like, I don't even want to do that no more. So moving was definitely a stressful process, y'all, and it came with a lot of heartfelt decisions, strong decisions that like really, you know, I just want to do something else, be better, get away. I want to run away. I always say that. I always be telling people, like, I remember like laying in bed a lot of times with like Salem and stuff, and I would just be talking to him about like wanting to leave this place and just get out of here, go somewhere so unrealistic, just go. And I feel like when I was explaining it, he didn't make me feel like I was crazy. Everybody else's reaction be like, you want to leave, you want to go, you want to do this, you want to do that, and it's like, whoa, like I didn't say I want to die. I just said I don't want to be, I don't know, a big part of y'all lives no more. I don't know how to describe it. Like, bro, y'all don't need me. Like, I literally can go on my own path and y'all will all be perfectly fine. I feel like I'm not who's a shadow. Like, regardless, y'all still have to go to work. Y'all still have to go to college. Y'all still gonna hang out. Y'all still gonna do everything y'all want to do, regardless if I'm in y'all lives or not. So that's why I'm just kind of over the feeling like staying is doing anyone a favor, because it's not doing no one a favor besides like other people. It's not even doing me a favor because I'm unhappy. So yeah, I decided that I'm gonna move home. And again, y'all got an apartment story time coming. I never even gave y'all an apartment tour because I genuinely did not like the apartment. Y'all are gonna get a story time about the apartment horror story that I experienced and why I'm moving out and stuff. It's gonna be real detailed. It's probably gonna be very emotional because when you think about the amount of time, the amount of effort you invested into an apartment, bruh, you get sad. You know what I mean? Shake your dress, shake your dress, shake your dress. I've been reading books. These are actually books that I found from when I first started reading, and some of them I didn't finish. I didn't finish All Your Perfects, which is, this book actually it has been through so much. Like, I know reading this book will make me so emotional. I don't know why this video I want to be emotional, like, but this book, I remember getting this book. It's from Target, and I was in Rhode Island, and I had got this book because I was like, ooh, I've been in Rhode Island so much. I have not brought no books up here. And I remember I used to keep this book when Salem would go to work and shit. I would always read this book, and it was a good time. I've been watching Peach Patch. And then Empty Bottles Full of Stories. This book is honestly just, I think it's supposed to be a poetic book. I think you like the idea of feeling too much, of experiencing too much, and letting the things inside you float away. I think you want people to notice you, but want others to think that isolation pumps through your veins. I think you care too much, but you pretend as if nothing bothers you. This quote right here, it had me. I was like, oh my fucking God. And then Alone With You and Either, Sade actually recommended me this book, and I did not start it. She said she ended up liking it though. It was just different from what she read. I did finish Final Girl. It was kind of crazy, but also too, Stephanie Sue, if you guys listen to her, she reviewed the book. So that's what made me even get the book in the first place. I was like, oh, I'm not really a mystery book type of bitch because I really with a romance learning type of, like, romance or learning something from the book. Oh, let's do a mini story time. I was talking to my friend about my first Shroom experience. Well, it's gonna be like I'm gonna just get into it. So my friend was talking to me. She was like, girl, you always stressing about your life. Like, maybe you need to try some shrooms. Like, she said they really open up your eyes. I'm like, oh, I've been there, did that already. She was like, you did? I'm like, yeah. And I was telling her, this is how my shroom experience went for me. So the first time I ever took shrooms, I was in Trinidad. I don't even know what Salem came through the doorway, but I wasn't gonna do them with him because I had argued with him, and I was like, nigga, don't come in this house thinking I'm about to take shrooms with you if I sit up in this and turn into Floyd Mayweather and start rocking your shit. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay in a healthy mindset, because I know they said like being in an unhealthy mindset really make you trip bad. So I was like, okay, I don't want to be in an unhealthy mindset. But I knew he was getting shrooms, and in the process of him getting shrooms, I had started arguing with him. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do them. I never was gonna do them even before we started arguing. So I wasn't really worried. So he had came home, and when he had came home, he apologized. So I was like, oh, never mind. After we made up, he was like, he finna take them, and I was like, not I. But then he had took him, and I was like, low key, just give me like a little piece. Let me see what it's like. So he had microdosed me. I didn't feel nothing. Like, I remember just laying in bed feeling full of love. Like, I don't know, that was just my experience. I just felt full of love. I didn't see nothing. I didn't trip or nothing. Nothing happened. I remember specifically we went in the shower, and it was like a stand-up shower, like two sides, like of the two faucets of the thing coming down. The reason I never made this a whole story time is because it's not one unless I do it with Salem, because he had the second time he had an experience. The first time he said he didn't feel it. For me, I felt just like the brightness of it, because I remember just being in the shower and I was like, this shower feels so amazing, and that was it. Like, that was literally it. I didn't even sleep for like my Shroom trip because we was leaving to the airport the same morning. So I took him and then I never went to sleep. The second time I was in my apartment and Salem was in Salem's cousin was in town, so Salem was like, he wanted to do shrooms. So I was like, okay. So I wasn't gonna do them because I was like, I don't know. My mom always scared me and told me stay away. I don't really recommend them to people. Like, I don't recommend them because I don't know about them and they still scare me. So if they scare me, I'm not about to be recommending for people to try. But let me explain what happened the second time. This is when I actually experienced it. So Salem had took them with his cousin, and then I was like, okay, I'll take some. So I took a microdose again, but like this microdose was way bigger than the one I took in Trinidad. I took them, and at first everything was cool, right? And this, from my perspective, Salem was like, girl, like I was literally watching you like unfold, because Salem said he wanted to go outside and walk. So we all went outside and walked. We literally took these pictures from them. Like, I have this picture of Salem from that trip, and then I have this picture of me. So we came back inside, and I don't know, for some reason, he said I just literally looked so overwhelmed, and I just took off all my clothes and laid in bed. And then I started crying. Like, I remember crying, and it was like happy tears. Like, I cannot listen to Do for Love unless like I really want to let out a cry, because that song will always be what was playing, and I played it over and over and over and over, and I just cried and I cried and I cried and I cried. And I was having a hardship with a person in my life at the time. We wasn't talking, and like this person was a big impact on like why I stayed alive and like why I was happy, right? So when I wasn't talking to this person, because it wasn't a falling out or nothing, it was just like they had to make decisions that I understand from everybody's point of view. Like, when you have to choose between two people you love, and you don't even have to choose, but like another person in your life is making you choose between someone who you love and you love them too. In my opinion, I understand. Like, I just wanted them to be the happiest they could be. So we wasn't really talking, because obviously I took a step back so that their relationship and anything could prosper. And I remember calling them, and I was just like crying to them. I was crying to them about all, and like literally what's so funny is like me and this person talk all the time. So when I called them and I was like, oh my God, why do I want to cry in this video? I'm glad I got the eye patches on, child. I was like, I just have to talk to you because I've been feeling so, and they literally just started bawling, because I didn't know if they was reading it as deep as me. I didn't know if they was reading it as deep as me. So I was like, ooh, I could call this person. They could be like, what are you talking about? Like, you've been feeling like this and I haven't been feeling like this. But like, no, I was like, this is why you'll always be my person, because you understand. When I called, we both just was boo-hooing on the phone. I'm just telling them like I'm off the shrooms, like, and I just felt the need to call you. Yeah, it was really good. Then this is where the psychological shit come in. So Salem goes in the shower, and he's in the shower at this point. I just hear him talking to himself. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I am in the bed, and I'm looking at my eyes. I take this picture of my eyes, and listen, don't judge me, okay? This is why I tell people stay away from that psychological shit. I was laying in bed. I took a picture of my eyeballs. I took a picture of my eyes. Why did I convince myself that one of my eyes was evil and one of my eyes was good? I probably still got the picture. I put it right here. It's because one was squinted and one was open like this. So I was like, something's wrong with you. So I was just like looking at them, and I just took that picture and I just kept staring at the picture. And Do for Love was playing in the background, and I was just looking. And I was like, oh my God. So like in the midst, oh my God. Now let's get into the part where it was like, so Salem's in the shower, right? And I'm in the bed, and I don't know what nicked me, right? I don't know what nicked me. I don't know what happened. But I was basically, you know how like when you're like touching your vagina, and I'm not about to sit here and act like I don't do it, because it wasn't in a way. Like, if you're a woman, you'll understand. If you're a man, you'll understand. It's kind of like when you just hold your penis. I was kind of just holding my vagina, right? Don't forget I'm naked, right? So this is before I think I had got on the phone with my friend, but I'm not touching in I'm feeling it myself way. I'm just literally just laying there touching. And I feel like a very sharp pain. I'm like, ow. But I just thought like, I don't know. You know how sometimes you get random sharp pain? So I was like, okay, cool. You know how the flash creates brightness? The room was dark. So when that happened and I moved my hand, I see mad red on my hand. Like, it was like red. And I was like, that's blood. And I knew it wasn't my period. Like, y'all could have been like, oh, maybe it's your period, but I knew it wasn't my period. And I don't know why I knew it wasn't my period, but I knew it wasn't my period because maybe I just got it at the time. I don't know. This happened a while ago, so I don't know. So I was like, am I tripping? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Am I seeing shit? I know I can trust myself. If it's anything I could trust, it's myself. That's why I don't do shit like this anyway, because I don't like feeling like I don't know where my mind is at, because I know where my mind is at a lot of the times. Even when I'm depressed, I know where my mind is at. When I'm happy, I know where my mind is at. When I'm sad, I know where my mind is at because I reflect a lot. Like, I reflect a lot. Like, I don't just, oh, I'm gonna be cool. No, I reflect a lot. So when this happened, I was like, I'm tripping. But I didn't know if I was tripping because I never had a moment where my brain has convinced me I'm seeing other shit other than when I was on those eddies. I did that story time already. So I had went in the bathroom to Salem and I was like to him, am I crazy? Like, and this is when I was like, damn, I trust this nigga with my mind. Because I went into him and I was like, am I crazy? And then at first he was like, no, babe, you're tripping. There's no blood on your hands. So I was like, I see it. Like, am I tripping? Like, am I crazy? Like, and he like, I was about to start like feeling so upset because I was like, I feel like I want my mind back now. Because if that would have never been real blood on my hands, it would have been like, I could see it. And it was a lot of blood. It wasn't just like, oh, 2 nicks. So he's like, come back. And he was like, no, babe, that's blood. What happened? Are you okay? So mind you, he's off shooting. So at this point, I could make his trip go bad. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I literally was like, I don't know. It is blood. And I was like, thank you. It is blood. I'm not tripping. Like, it is blood. And then he was like, get in the shower. So I get in the shower with him. And then we just talking. And then we just laughing. And I'm just like, I trust you in my brain for real. Because a lot of people would have been like, go sit down. You bugging. That is not blood. Because they would assume, like, because you're off shrooms, you're seeing. That was literally my shroom experience. I remember just, oh, that headache in the next morning, though. I didn't have a headache with the first trip. But the second one, oh my God, that headache. I've never had a headache. Yes, I have. But like, I never felt a headache from a drug like that. Like, bruh. I don't know why I'm saying it like I do it. I don't do them. I only smoke that broccoli. You know what I mean? I don't know why I'm saying it like I just be out here trying shit. No, ma'am. I'm talking about booming. Like, I went to put my head, boom, head up, boom, side, boom, like, boom, shower, boom, anything. When I tell you everybody in the house the next day was dead body. The headache after was just unreal. It was so unreal. So yeah, I will be vlogging my trip to Atlanta. I will be at least doing the drive with me down there because again, like y'all know I'm trying to find myself. It's not that I feel like my life is like in a disaster. I'm in a bubble where it's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Like, you're 20. But I also feel like I'm not happy where I'm at. And I don't give a f no more how anyone feels about it. Unless if I'm not affecting you, I don't care. My goals right now is to just build everything back up to what it once used to be. And it don't have to be exactly where it was, but just being up to a point where I'm satisfied. Like, I know I stopped posting a lot because, again, I was going through a lot. And it wasn't just for 1 month. It was like multiple different months. I feel like I was hit with different situations in my life that I can't talk about on the internet. And it's like, because the internet is definitely a weak spot and a strength spot. So hopefully I am able to just maintain, at least post it for now. I do have to set up my trip for Atlanta to make sure that everything is good when I get there and I'm not over here stressed. I'm a little bit afraid to bring my car down there, I'm not gonna lie, but I'd rather bring my car down there while I'm buying it than when I want a new one and I might want to lease it. I can't put the miles on it. So I'm gonna drive up my motherfucking car, and I'm gonna get my money fucking worth for this damn vehicle, okay? Let me take off my patches, y'all, and just do a little bit of my skincare. Oop, I don't got no more battery. Because I don't know why I put on makeup in the first place. I literally did my skincare, put makeup on, and now I feel like I don't even have any skincare. I'm not gonna lie. I literally only have my Aquaphor right now because I kind of just, when I was moving out, I kind of started going through it, and I just threw away a whole bunch of shit and didn't really check like where I was putting my skincare. So I need to order some more products so I don't look like a gremlin. But yeah, that's basically just a little life update for you guys. I know this video was probably boring because I do talk way more. But y'all be saying that, just put anything out. We just want to understand. Just put anything out at this point. Don't even edit it. And I'd be like, I have to edit it. If I did not have to edit videos, y'all, I promise y'all would have videos all the time. Or if I didn't have to film, like, this is why I want to go somewhere, because I'll have something to film. Like, okay, where am I going in Connecticut that is worth filming? Nowhere. Nowhere. So that's why I need to get the f up on and get the f up out of the state and just travel and just see where I want to go. I won't be driving to Texas though. I will be flying there. I'll get into some story times about basically the situation of my apartment. And I'm bald-headed. My locks old as f. Like, since when y'all see me on camera, nail missing, I mean, Rykky be real. They always see you on camera like this. But my locks old. I have a takedown coming on like the 16th. My hair, my eyebrows need to be done. At this point, I might go get my lashes done. At this point, I need a new ring. Bye. Stay beautiful. Stay blessed. Rykky out this bitch.